What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're off and running from Orlando. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achan. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Putting the tight end in motion. Second down carry for Achan. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
From the gun on 3rd down. Achan reels it in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down. This drive should have been over, partner, but running into the punter gives him new life and this 1st down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has a man, it's Achan. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackled there by Jerome Baker.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 43. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Quarterback sacked. A loss of 9 yards. It's 3rd down. 3rd and 15.
They kick the running back in motion. Third and long for him here. Connection made to the rookie from Washington. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Out is Jake Bates, ready to try to knock this through. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And we continue to await our opening score of this ballgame.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Second and 6 coming up here. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Running left with Pacheco. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Javon Holland there to make the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So on fourth down, the Chiefs field goal units and Harrison Butker headed out. There's a 44-yard look from the right hash. Up and good from Blankenship. And they're on the board.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running with A-Chain out of the gun. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. A-Chain again. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him a 3rd down and 6 to go.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
To the air, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. Back with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. So 4th down, and the big-legged Michael Dixon out to punt. And this will be his first effort of the contest. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. He's got this at the 27. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. They're set up at the 35 now. It gives it Pacheco to start the drive. They'll have him gain about a handful there. Tackled by big Logan Hall. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Pressure coming from Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Third and short. Here's Mahomes. He finds fans. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Hand off to the back. He'll cobble together a yard there. Christian Harris on the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play action, Mahomes. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, that was a play tape right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now it's Mahomes. That's caught for the first. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll run Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Second and goal coming up from the 7. Trying again with Pacheco. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. 3 yards on the run. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Mahomes. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Javon Holland comes up with it. The 50. 30. The 10. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins take a 4-point lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 40-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Tackled by big Logan Hall.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Connects on the crosser. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. Looking to throw Mahomes. Dumps it off to his running back.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with a running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Here's Mahomes now. He has the first over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he has 7 on that run as we're down to the 2-minute warning. Second and 3 now. From the 41. Looking for a target. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a pickup of 11. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 now from the 30. A give right side. Here's Pacheco. And they had that one contained right at the line. Stopped by Deion Henley. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Mahomes. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Timeout taken by the offense. They're 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Pistol now for Mahomes. Throw left side, complete. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Up and good from Blankenship. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. throwing it just before halftime. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty. So now we get an untimed down. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. Bates' kick is up and good. And that'll push their lead to 4. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Christian Harris picks it off. And the Dolphins get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
On first down, they'll run. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. Second down. Running left, here's A-Chain. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Dropping back to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins push their lead further to start the half. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Dolphins drive their lead to 11. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now a give left side to Pacheco. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Going to the ground again on first. Juke the defender. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Running back, motioning right. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Connects with fans. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stopped by Deion Henley.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's a give up the middle. Driving across the 15-yard line. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. This is Pacheco. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Right back to Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. the Chiefs, shrinking the lead some in the third. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs cut the lead down to 4.
Chiefs 13. Harrison Butker kickoff 14 receives.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Finds his man, Waddle. They get 22 on that one. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Motion man sent left. It's a sweep, he pops the pass forward. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
2nd and 3 now. Here's A-Chain running right. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Pass play coming here. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
First down, ball at the 36. Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing now, off play action. Cut out left. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll be first down, Miami.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's A-Chain up the middle. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They'll stick with A-Chain. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Pass play now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
A big kick is no good. It's well to the left there. And a 4-point lead, it shall remain.
Obviously, Kate, that miss would have made it a touchdown game. But think of it this way, it's still a touchdown game. But instead of it forcing overtime, now it's going to give them a loss.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Man in motion here. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 48. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. It's a 21-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. It's Pacheco again. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain here after a gain of only 1, and now they'll face 3rd and 9.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. He's back to throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Dolphins take over on his 5th interception of the season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Hauled in by Waddle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 32. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
The quarterback is sacked. A loss of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 13.
Running back sent in motion. Looking to throw. Quick slant taken in by Waddle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Man in motion, out of the slot. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And it's a solid pickup as he goes out of bounds, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A-chain on the inside give. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Trying to run it in, A-Chan. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Trying again with A-Chain. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. They'll run. It's A-Chan. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
An important attempt coming up here for Jake Bates. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
No timeouts remaining here, partners, so they can just run out this clock. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? Or both?
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.